Comms died. We're running out of everything. Running out of battery, running out of gas.
We're both gonna sputter 100 yards from the finish.
We'll just blah, 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 blah. We'll have to run them across the line. We'll have to run them in. Okay, well, good morning to you all. It is the beginning of day 5, and I just wanted to welcome you all to the illustrious Camp Marshfield. As usual, there were no vacancies at the inn, so what are we going to do? We're going to look around and we're going to find a place to stealth camp, and the only patch of trees nearby was right there, and that's where we set up. Right there in the middle of it, kind of out of sight. We left the bikes parked over here with all the other bikes, and Adrian strung his hammock, and I set up my tent over there, right in that spot right there. Worked great. We had other accommodations earlier in the evening, but it did not work out. That will be a story for another day, but let's just say that a local told us that we could stealth camp in the airport because the little municipal airport here that is not staffed, there's nobody there, and told us how to get in. We went in, and the popo came and kicked us out. We saw video cameras everywhere. We're like, well, they know we're here. And it took them about an hour and a half or whatever, but they finally came and said, no, they want you to leave. You can't stay here. So we packed up all of our crap and headed back here to our stealth camp. So now we're repacking the bikes, and probably going to go in there and see if we can snag a complimentary continental breakfast. And yeah, welcome to stealth camping rogue life on the Scooter Cannonball Run. Okay, well, good morning all. Continuing Friday morning here. This is day 5 of the Cannonball, starting from Marshfield, Wisconsin. We had our little stealth camp over there in that group of trees last night. We met a pilot from this area that told us we could go stay at the airport, but we got run off, so that's all right. We're going to go gas up and then just come back here and hang out at the hotel for a little bit because the fog is so thick. Scooter Chef took off. He went down the road a few miles. He fueled up, and he came back. He said it's so dense that direction that you can't see, and he said people aren't running with their headlights on, and it's dicey. So I don't know. We're going to fill up down the street and just come back here and wait it out for a little bit, I guess. We can't wait too long because we've got to get there, and it's another 500-mile day. I thought today was going to be a slow day, a 350-ish mile day, but no, that's tomorrow. Anyway, so, well, I don't know. We'll get there. It's another 460 some odd mile day. That means we're going to be on the road for at least 10 hours, probably closer to 12, and this fog is thick. It's just a curtain. So, yeah, it's a little dicey for motorcycling. Well, there's the municipal airport down that way. And I'm already misted up on the visor here. I'm sure the camera lens is too. I'm going to put on my don't hit me light. And reportedly the fuel station is just a mile down this way, so fill up and go back to the hotel. Wait for this stuff to blow out. It's so weird because when we woke up this morning it was clear, crisp. It was actually a very nice morning, and not even 20 minutes later this fog rolled in, and this is what we're looking at. Less than 1/8 mile visibility, and good luck. Yeah, a little dicey. This is not safe motorcycling weather. I'm already totally misted up here. You probably are too. Yikes. So the weather has not been kind to us on this trip, but you know, as I always say, motorcycle trip's not a motorcycle trip without some adversity. Oh, there's Power Pack right there. They held a little event for us yesterday, but I missed it. We missed it because we got in so late. They closed at 7. I don't know where we're going. I guess I follow the roundabout and try not to get run over because nobody can see anybody. I'm going. Oh, there's the marathon. Crap, I went the wrong way. Can't even see it in the fog. Okay, well, now what do I do? Uh-oh. Oh, I don't want to get on the highway. I'll go around this roundabout. All right. Okay. Yikes. Can't see anything in this. Okay, I just missed the entrance. Let's go here. Ugh, bump. Hey, wait a minute, there's a Cub here with a trailer just like mine. Okay, yeah. This is the fueling up spot. Yeah, this is a no-fly. We're not getting out in this. We want to get there and all, but we'd rather get there in one piece. Okay, so we just did our check-in photo and we are about to head out. 3 of us are gonna ride as a group, hopefully be a little more visible through this dense fog. Oh, he's almost got it off the stand. Oh, there it goes. We're doing the same thing. These trailers are so heavy, it's hard to get them down off the stand. So, yeah, the fog is supposed to be breaking soon. What's that? He's talking to somebody. So, yeah, anyway, you're going left? What are you doing there, Adrian? Oh, get somebody turning. Don't know if they're turning here or somewhere else. Are you really turning here? You're going kind of fast for turning here. Okay then. Oh, I didn't put in my earplugs. Oh well, I can make it. I just realized it's really loud in my helmet. Why is it so loud? Oh yeah, no earplugs. So I'll just go deaf for the next hour and put them in when we get there. So what do you show our first turn as, Adrian? Well, preferably not straight through. We'll go around it. How about that? Okay. Okay, all right. Just get the camera set up so you can film my Dukes of Hazzard attempts. Yeah, this fog is no fun. Can't see diddly. Yeah, I can see your tail light, but you are disappearing. Like right now, you're fading out because you're a block ahead of me, and the fog is thicker right there. But I can still see that yellow light flashing. So maybe we ought to get Scooter Chef between us. We'll be his cannonball escort. Yeah, you've just totally disappeared right here. You're a block up, and it's just white. Criminy. This is nuts. All right, nobody coming, nobody coming. Oop, there's a car coming. Which way are you going, buddy? All right. Oh, that trailer's definitely heavier with 20-some pounds of tire sitting on top of it. Yeah, you having that fuel up top really makes it definitely heavy. I've been keeping most of my weight down below the pivot point, you know.
Yeah. You know, this is thick stuff. I hope we don't have any riders down today because of this. And you just disappeared in the fog again. Wow. I can faintly see your flasher. I sure do like the windshield wiper on these held gloves, man. This thing works great. Yeah, I got a finger wiper built into the index finger of the left glove. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to shut the camera down. There's nothing more to see except for fog and less than 1 block visibility. Oh, goody. Hopefully no big surprises like a road closed sign pops up in front of us. I'll catch up with you later this morning when hopefully it's a little clearer than this. Remind me again, who signs up for this torture? This is crazy, man. Take some special kind of dipshit to sign up for this voluntarily. I resemble that remark. Can't see squat. I can't even see Adrian anymore. He's gone. I'm assuming he's just about a quarter mile ahead of me, but that's an assumption. I could be heading off the cliff right now and wouldn't know it until it happened. Okay, well, welcome back to the Morning in Progress, everyone. As you can tell, the weather has cleared. We got about 20 miles away from the hotel, and the fog just instantly disappeared. Apparently that hotel's kind of in a low spot in a valley, and we were climbing steadily. We got out of the low spot, and no more fog. So it's a nice, crisp morning up here, about 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're just hammer down, doing the best we can. We're cruising along about 52 to 54 miles an hour. I'm loaded extra heavy today. I don't know if you can see that in my rearview mirror, besides the car that's trying to overtake me. I have 3 tires on the back. We ordered those on the phone yesterday from Power Pack Sports back there in Marshfield. We were concerned that we're not going to make it through this trip without at least a couple more rear tires, based on our wear that we saw out of the first ones. 3,200 miles, and it wasn't looking good. So far this rear that I've got on here, the Pilot Street 2, whatever it is, seems to be wearing better than that first one. And it's probably due to a couple of factors. We've redistributed the weight a little bit, and also I've backed out my rear brake to where I'm not using it hardly at all. I think I may have been dragging that rear tire in fast corners and downhills and stuff like that, and just didn't realize it because of the extra weight of the trailer planting the rear end a little bit. Normally when you lock the rear brake, you can feel the back end swirl a little bit. Of course, this bike doesn't have rear ABS, it does have front ABS. So I'm just relying more on the front brake and trying to keep my foot off of the pedal. Wave this guy by. It's still there, but I adjusted it to where it's much further down. I've really got to point my toe and stomp it to get it. So I'm using it for emergency stops and, you know, real hard, oh crap, here's a corner that I didn't see coming kind of stops. Otherwise, I'm just in the front brake and using engine braking to slow my progress. But anyway, this is the road for today. Unfortunately, we've got another almost 500-mile day, as I said this morning. It's going to be a long one. Not quite as long as yesterday. I did not look at the elevation profile to see what kind of hills we're going to be facing, but do the best we can. We've got a little bit of a late start again today because of the fog, but well, just soldiering on. So anyway, here's the road. Save the battery. Nothing much to see here. There's trees and mild hills, no big twisties. It's going to be a pretty straight road, it looks like, for most of this route right now. So just turning our round tires into squares and flattening out our butt cheeks. Coming up on a checkpoint in about 3/4 mile. It's a different looking machine. Okay then. See if my camera has dried out yet. Nope. Look at that. I don't know if it's going to work for me or not. I don't know how I'm going to get the moisture out of there. It's been blowing in the wind, so it should have been dry by now. I'm going to put it in my pocket for a while, see if the heat dries it out. So we're passing mile 195 of the route. Okay, so we've added about 10 miles. Seems like everything we've taken today is traveling pretty fast, though. I said it seems like all the turns we've taken, all the choices have moved pretty fast. This would be a nice relaxing ride if my neck wasn't throbbing from that yellow jacket stings. The bandage is helping to keep the collar of my jacket and the neck roll from scraping against it, but it's throbbing pretty good. It's running at about a 3 or 4 out of a 10 scale. Occasionally it'll spike up to 5 or 6 and really wake me up. I can tune it out if it's steady, but just out of nowhere it goes twink and hello. Thank you for joining today's party. Festival of Pain. We'll just add a new variable for you. Now all we need are some cattle prods and some barbed wire nipple clamps. I think we've got our torture set complete. Yep, ooh, I see it. Well, this trailer is heavy today. It's got its own inertia, man. It wants to keep going in whatever direction it was going, and you try to change it, and it says, So 2 dots. Yeah, it's not showing up on the map yet, but I'm sure we're close. I rode the whole way after the first fuel stop with my fuel cap off underneath the seat. So my seat wasn't latched, and I was noticing that my seat felt taller and kind of lopsided, but it didn't dawn on me until the next fuel stop, and I saw it sitting there. Whoops. It was toward the back edge of the seat area, under the seat, you know, pinched in because I was sitting on it, but, you know, I forgot to put, right. No, I mean, I didn't put the cap on at all. It was just sitting under the seat, and the seat dropped, and I forgot to do the cap, so it was captive in there with my fat ass sitting on it. I thought maybe I just had my air hawk aired up a little too firm. I couldn't figure out why it was squishy and crooked. Sitting on the damn fuel cap. No, I caught it at that next fill up when I got stung. When that yellow jacket zapped me. When I got off there to take the pictures and figure out what the hell was stinging me and squashed his ass, then I lifted up my seat to fill, and that's where I saw the fuel cap. I'm like, oh, okay, well that would explain it. I didn't smell any fuel. I don't think I was leaking anything or sloshing it out. So. No harm, no foul, I guess. Yeah. Well, you drove halfway home from Arkansas missing a fuel cap that first time, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, the two cops that rousted us last night, they were interested in the Cannonball Run. I could tell they wanted to ask more questions, but they had to handle the job first. I was going to give them the channel and say, hey, you know, go watch our dumbasses go across the country and do more stuff just like this. Okay, so yet another fill up on the side of the road. If we'd been counting, this is probably at least 50, 55 of these, who knows. Probably more than that. Just out here in the middle of nowhere in Minnesota. Actually, we may have crossed the state line now. What state are we crossing into? Which one? Oh, South Dakota. So, yeah. We're either in Minnesota or just on the edge of it. We saw a sign a while back that said state line 10 miles, so I think we're in South Dakota now. The trick to this is not spilling any of this precious go-go juice, because we're out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh yeah, you got some. We are about 80 miles from our destination. Oh, look at that. I got a full fill. Drip dry. Everybody keeps slowing down to look and see if we need help. Nope. Just a fuel stop, folks. Thank you for checking. Okay, so I am dry now. I've got just under a full tank. It's like right at the bottom of the bar, so not quite as full as we've been with them. Ugh. Okay. 3 tires, why may you ask? Because we're not sure how long those are going to last. Adrian has half of one left, and we figured we each need about 2 to get back based on the 3,200 miles that I got out of this one before it went to threads. But I may have been locking the back brake accidentally, slowing down. I just couldn't feel it because of the weight of the trailer. I think I mentioned that earlier, but I'm getting tired. It's getting late. Our brains aren't working at full capacity anymore. They've been fried by the miles. 500 miles a day for the last several days. It's just a frantic pace on these little guys. And now it's time to go playing in the corn out there and do a bio break when nobody's looking. So I gotta wait for no cars coming. Make a mad dash to the boys' room out here. So, welcome to South Dakota, everyone. Not much to see. Not that it's not pretty, it's just all the same. It's straight. It's flat. There's nothing here except road, butt paint. We're ready to get off these bikes for the 400 or 500 mile days of road. It's time for an oil change. 20 miles on it. 9,700 miles on this. I'll be rolling over to 10,000 tomorrow, which is actually not accurate. I'm way past 10,000 because there's a 6% discrepancy on here. So anyway, today my odometer says we've turned 391.9 miles. So add 6%. That's 420-ish, 430. And we are still about 50 miles out. I recall today was 470 something miles. So. And my oil change is overdue by my standards, but not by Honda's. So 2,300, so let's say 2,500 miles roughly on this oil. We're going to change it tonight or tomorrow before we ride. And we've been consuming oil. I'm keeping track of how much oil that I'm burning, and it seems to be about 100 mil, maybe 150 mil per 500 mile day at wide open throttle like this. So the Cubs are consuming a bit of oil at high RPM and full throttle. It's to be expected, I guess. So we're topping them up every day, just making sure that they're between the marks and not going to starve them of oil in these long highway blasts. My chain is still stretching and wearing, but I've still got some adjustment in there. It doesn't seem to have any kinked links, so I'm just keeping it lubed up and running it a little bit loose so I can stretch it. And what else? Tires are doing okay. They're wearing down, turning into squares, but the Pilot Street 2 on the back of this is doing pretty well. It's got 1,000 miles on it, and it doesn't seem to be showing any abnormal wear yet, so we'll see how it goes over the next couple thousand. Adrian's is doing okay. It started the Cannonball in Maine, so it has 2,500 miles on it now. Oh yeah, we're halfway through the Cannonball now, just a little over halfway. And his tire is doing okay. It's probably got another 1,500 miles in it, maybe. So we think we can get 4,000 out of that before it gets down to the rear bars in the center. What else? My butt hurts. Did I mention that? Oh, God. It's painful. Just sitting in the seat, nowhere to move, can't really change your leg position. You can do this, but it doesn't last for more than a minute, and it starts hurting your butt even more. We stand up every now and then, try to get some air in there, but yeah, pressure points, just not a lot of real estate here to move around. But we signed up for this. lots of bikes out in South Dakota. Anyway, I'm going to pay attention to traffic because I got somebody coming to run me over. Catch you at the hotel. Okay, so we're zooming in on the finale here for day 5 in Huron, South Dakota, and Adrian and I are running it down to the bone. I've got no fuel left. I've emptied out my tanks, and Adrian is running his tank dry. He doesn't have quite enough to get here, he doesn't think. I do. I just started flashing about 15 miles ago, and we're only a couple miles away from the hotel right now. But he may not make it. He's sniffing fumes. His bike runs out about 10 to 12 miles before mine does. So he's just up ahead of me there about 1/8 of a mile, and he might end up petering out on the side of the highway. So I'll just continue on to the hotel and check in. He's thinking light thoughts, hoping that he can blow his way through to the finish line here. It's been a very long day. We are ready to get off the bikes. We have maintenance to do tonight if we can squeeze it in before it gets too dark. We need to change oil and check chain tension. We think both the chains are pretty slack by now. We did 476 miles or something like that today. My odometer's not as accurate. So anyway, hopefully tonight I can do a live stream if we have enough time, enough daylight, and I'll give kind of a halfway point synopsis of what we've learned and what's yet to come. Well, we don't know what's yet to come. We haven't been there yet, but so we kind of have an idea of what to expect now. It's definitely much harder on man and machine than we had anticipated. We kind of knew that things were going to be difficult, but we didn't know that it was going to wear on our parts as much. The Hondas are good machines, but we are burning through some parts, chains and tires and potentially brakes. I think my front brakes are getting a little thin. So anyway, looks like I'm going to catch up to him with this light here and see if he thinks he's going to make it in, because we're pretty much right here. Here's the bullseye. We need to turn. Actually, we're off track. We should have turned a minute ago, so we're turning here. He's got us going in a slightly different route. So we're going to be turning south to hit the hotel. Comms died. We're running out of everything. Running out of battery, running out of gas.
We're both going to sputter 100 yards from the finish.
We'll just blah, 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 blah. We'll have to run them across the line. We'll have to run them in. You go. We're going to get a hotel room tonight because we're both dirty and sweaty, and we've stealth camped for 2 nights. We're ready for a shower. I need to wash some clothes if we can find a washing machine. And yeah, so hopefully I have enough battery in this camera to record the ride in here. Every night that I've gotten in, my batteries on my cameras have been dead, and we're running this stuff under a deadline. You know, it's timed, so we don't want to stop and fiddle around. And you know, me changing batteries in the camera, as quick as it is, still takes time. So we're just trying to score the best we can, even though there's no chance that we can win. We've got way too much weight behind us. We're not competitive with these things. So anyway, we're going to be happy just to finish it. Oh, Lord, it's hot. Okay, we're almost here. Somewhere. I don't know the name of the hotel. It's got to be here. It's got to be here. He says it's right. Okay, we'll go right. There it is. Must be it. What you waiting on there, fella? Oh, pedestrian. I don't think we can get in that way. Crossroads, something? Yeah. Oop, he just ran a stop sign. It's got to be here. This is going to be the place. Oh, yeah, I see all the scoots. Here we are. All right, so did my camera last? Don't know. I'll know in post. Oh, we arrived. I'm so ready to get off of this seat. Ugh. Lots of scoots, a few on trailers that haven't made it under their own accord. Okay, check-in photo time. Hi. Ugh. I'm gonna offload these tires to the laundry truck because I'm tired of carrying them. 30 pounds or 25 pounds at least. Okay, check-in photo time. Oh, I can't even walk right. I think my butt is broken. Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. My eyes itch. Everything's got to be washed. Eyeballs, brain, people changing tires. I got to go through my scorecard because I know I didn't have cellular connection in most of these areas today. My camera was messed up, fogged up from water ingress through a little crack in the lens. So it was foggy. Anyway. A lot more people are making it than I anticipated. I figured we'd have more breakdowns and more dropouts because these are long, hard days. Anyway, here's the scoring truck. They set this up every day, and there's beer and water over here, and beer is first. So, I bid you all farewell. Catch up with you in a bit. Oh, I see pizza too. Okay, good evening all. It is SuperCub maintenance night. We are changing our oil, and this is Adrian's gold plug. Turn a little sideways. Yeah, there we go. You see all the hair on there? That's ferrous sludge. Metallic. Metallic, ferrous, whatever. Otherwise it wouldn't stick. So yeah, don't be shy, just grind it off of there.
And that's after...
That's 2,500 miles. Yeah, 2,500 miles. So the gold plug definitely catches lots of crap that would otherwise be circulating down there in that sump. Because this is below the screen and the centrifugal spinner. So these bikes do not have a cartridge style filter. It's just that centrifugal spinner separator, and it doesn't catch everything, obviously. So if you can keep that crap out of your oil, it'll let your bottom end bearings last longer. Anyway, cool. I'm about to do the same thing to mine. Okay, everybody, welcome to the end of day 5. We're in Huron, South Dakota at I don't know what. It's another hotel. Endless string of hotels. We were going to stealth camp, but apparently this is not a great area to do that. A little sketchy here. Come on, Drew.
I'm out.
You're out. Oh, no.
There's my problem.
Oh, burned up. Did you have a squirrel eating your stuff?
We don't know.
Oh, man. That
And the
sucks.
only way to fix this is to drop the engine, open all those wires, and go individually to see which ones are fused.
That sucks.
Or replace the entire wiring
The wiring harness, which means you're stripping it anyway.
You're still having to drop
You're stripping
the
everything.
So anybody want to buy a Vespa for $2,000?
2019 Vespa for $2,000 needs a
We have
little
less
work.
than 3,000 miles.
Needs a little TLC.
It's only got about 3,000, maybe 3,500.
gentle miles. Not.
Actually, only the last 3 days were hard.
Yeah, true. So, we're changing oil tonight. We're going to set our chain slack. I need to really look at mine. My chain is the original, and it's got almost, or actually it's got over 10,000 miles on it now. As far as my odometer is concerned, it's less than 10,000, but at 6%, you're looking at well more than that. So anyway, we've got a little bit of stuff to do tonight. Just setting our chain slack. We're going to lube them up again. I may or may not replace my chain depending on how it looks when I get in there. My exhaust is not faring too well. Can you see that twisted tip on there? It's angled, and it wasn't like that when I installed it. And I haven't hit anything that I know of. And the baffle inside is now not centered up. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's tilted up, and so is this tip. And I haven't hit anything. There's no impact marks. So the only thing I can figure is it's getting so friggin' hot that it's distorting itself. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll look at it. I'll dig in there and see if I can figure anything out. But yeah, whatever. It's going to survive the rest of this trip, and then it's coming off. And I'll auction it off to the lowest bidder. Anyway,
Lots of other scoots. Everybody's doing tires today. I've got to show you this one if it's still on the wall. If it's not on the wall, I'm going to insert some still pics here. It looks like this tire is smoking cigars. Yes, it's still here. Good stuff. This was a road patch. It took multiple hits. I mean, we're talking war zone here, folks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there were 4 punctures in this tire. I have no idea what she hit. And I see another tear right there. I don't know if you guys can see past my finger. Anyway, yeah. So this was a roadside repair to get her here. And it survived that trip. But it was a pretty fresh tire. I mean, you can see there's a lot of tread on this. Whatever she hit, chewed it up, killed it. So, got a new one on there.
I've run without too. It's a little putty.
Hey man, you got a screw loose.
I know. Just I can't believe how many people.
Anyway, so much stuff. Graphite bushings on what? The exhaust or? On the exhaust. So that sucks. It's got to be engine vibration. We got ADV 150s here. These guys, there's 5 or 6 of these, I think, total. I know 4 for sure. They've got them all tricked out with custom fuel holders on this side, and then on the other side, they've got a hydration system off of bigger bikes like FJRs, and they drop a little igloo cooler in here, a round drink cooler, and it's plumbed so they can just draw right out of it, so it's full of ice water. Pretty cool. Neat idea. Lots of Forza 300s. They're probably winning most of the time because these are good handicap, fast bikes. Lots of Vespas. This was originally a Vespa event. These are the other ADV 150s hiding under the cover. I think. No, who is this? What is this? It might be an ADV 150. I don't know. There are a couple of them over there that are chained together. So anyway, lots of scoots. Everybody's doing the maintenance because we're 2,500 miles into this torture, and we still have another 2,000 to go to get to Eureka, California. So I bid you all farewell. I'm going to get to my maintenance before the sun goes down, and I'm going to get a shower because I feel pretty grimy, and I can smell myself. It's not good when you can smell yourself.